Welcome to Book Wisdom Briefs, where books meet life. Have you ever felt that instant click with someone, as if you've known them forever, even though you just met? And have you also felt the opposite, when no matter how hard you try, someone just won't open up? That magic, or that gap, is what this book is all about. This is Rapport, a book not just about communication, but about understanding, connection, and trust, even in life-or-death situations. If you are new to Book Wisdom Briefs, hit that subscribe button. Here, we don't just summarize books, we turn them into experiences. What is rapport, really? Imagine this. A hostage negotiator sits in front of a criminal who has taken a family hostage. There's no room for error. But instead of threats, the negotiator starts with something simple, a calm tone, a mirror of posture, and a question: can you tell me what happened? No accusations. No pressure. Just connection. This is rapport, the art of breaking barriers between minds. A silent handshake of trust. Authors Laurence and Emily Alison are world leaders in criminal interviews. They've trained the police, military, and psychologists in over 40 countries. But what makes this book extraordinary is that their techniques also apply to you. Whether you are talking to your child, your boss, a customer, or even your spouse, the principles of rapport are the same. The book argues that we've misunderstood communication. It's not about being persuasive or loud. It's about being present, curious, and non-judgmental. The three types of people in communication. According to the book, people you try to build rapport with usually fall into three categories. 1. Closed people. They're guarded, defensive, or hostile. They've either been hurt, manipulated, or simply don't trust easily. Your challenge is to open the lock, slowly and gently. 2. Open people. They are naturally trusting, expressive, and cooperative. With them, rapport is easier to build but still needs to be maintained. 3. Fakers. This is tricky. They pretend to be open but are manipulating or withholding information. They smile, but their eyes scan the room. Building rapport with them requires a sharp blend of intuition and patience. The authors warn, don't treat every person the same. Rapport isn't a formula. It's a dance. Life application, a father and teenage son. Let's leave the interrogation room and enter a regular home. A father notices his teenage son becoming distant, locked in his room, short replies, and eye rolls at dinner. The father thinks, why won't he just talk to me? One day, instead of demanding answers, he just knocks and says, I don't want to lecture. I just want to understand. Can I sit here with you for a while? No accusations. Just presence. Over time, the boy begins to speak. This isn't magic. It's rapport. In relationships, it's not about forcing someone to open up. It's about making them feel safe enough to want to. The 4 pillars of rapport. The Alisons reveal that rapport isn't built by chance. It stands on 4 powerful pillars. Miss even one, and the structure crumbles. Let's explore them with real-life scenarios. 1. Control your emotions. Be the calm in someone else's storm. Imagine a customer yelling at you. Your first instinct? Defend yourself. But what if you did the opposite? You say, I can see this really upset you. I want to make it right. Help me understand. Suddenly, the temperature drops. Why? Because you didn't mirror their anger, you absorbed it without reacting. That's control. In interviews, officers who lost their temper got zero useful information. But those who remained calm, slow, and empathetic broke through even with murderers. Life application. Next time your partner lashes out, try this. Pause. Breathe. Ask gently, tell me what's really bothering you. I'm listening. To understand their perspective. Rapport begins where judgment ends. This is the art of perspective taking. Not agreement, but understanding. The authors share a case of a terrorist sympathizer. Instead of attacking his views, the interviewer said, "I want to know what led you here. Not to judge. Just to see through your eyes." The suspect, shocked by the openness, began to open up. In real life, this applies everywhere. A manager understanding an underperforming employee's stress. A friend hearing why you cancelled plans. A parent listening to their child's fears without dismissing them. Empathy doesn't mean you approve. It means you care to understand before responding. 3. Use the right language. Words can open doors or build walls. In the book, certain words triggered shutdowns in interviews. "Why did you?" sounds accusatory. "You should" feels commanding. "Calm down" never calms anyone. Instead, replace them with, "Can you help me understand? Tell me what happened. What would you like to happen now?" These shift the tone from control to co-creation. Real-life test. Try this with your children or clients. You'll see how quickly defensiveness turns to dialogue. 4. Build trust slowly, not forcefully. Trust is earned, not extracted. The best interviews in law enforcement took time. The officer didn't rush. They built a rhythm. A gentle back and forth. Silence was respected, not feared. In your life, don't rush trust. If someone is hesitant, say, "Take your time. I'm here when you are ready." That one sentence can mean more than hours of persuasion. Case study: The missing girl. A young girl was kidnapped. Days passed. No leads. Finally, a suspect was caught but refused to speak. Everyone wanted to break him down. Yell, pressure, threaten. But one woman, a quiet, trained negotiator, asked him, "Are you hungry?" He nodded. She brought food. Sat with him. No interrogation. Then, after 2 hours of calm talk, he whispered, "I'll tell you where she is." That child was found alive. Why did he open up? Because someone treated him like a human being, not a monster. Real-life application: Rapport in marriage. A couple sits on the edge of divorce. Years of resentment have created silence. One night, instead of arguing, the husband says, "I don't want to win anymore. I just want to understand what hurt you." Tears fall. Not from sadness, but from relief. Rapport heals where logic fails. It's the bridge over silence, and sometimes the only thing standing between reconnection and regret. Rapport in real life. Let's take everything we've learned so far: emotional control, perspective, language, trust, and apply it to situations you and I live every day. In job interviews. The mistake most candidates make: trying to impress. Instead, walk in thinking, "How can I connect with the person in front of me? What matters to them?" Use warm, curious language. What do you enjoy most about your role here? I'd love to understand what success in this position really looks like. People don't hire resumes. They hire people who make them feel heard. In parenting, your child spills juice, lies, slams a door. You say, "Why would you do that?" They shut down. "Try this instead." "That didn't feel like you." What happened? Now you are not the judge, you are the ally. Children crave understanding more than correction. 3. In leadership. Bad leaders demand. Great leaders listen. Before giving orders, ask, "What do you think we are missing here? What's getting in your way?" Rapport in teams builds loyalty, not just compliance. And loyal people go the extra mile because they feel valued. Big mistakes that destroy rapport. According to the Allisons, most people break rapport without realizing it. Here are 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Rushing the process. You can't microwave trust. Pushing someone to open up before they are ready is like yelling at a flower to bloom. Take your time. Show up. Then step back. Mistake 2. Talking more than listening. People feel connection when they feel heard. If you are doing all the talking, they are not bonding, they are enduring. Use the 70-30 rule. Let them speak 70%, you speak 30%. Mistake 3. Assuming intentions. Example. You say, "You ignored my message." They reply, "I was in the hospital with my dad." Assuming motives breaks rapport. Asking questions builds it. How to build rapport with people who dislike you. Sometimes, you'll meet someone who's cold, rude, or even hostile. So how do you connect? Step 1. Don't take it personally. Often, their reaction is about their past, not your present. Step 2. Look for shared goals. You might not like each other, but you can still agree on the goal. Say, "We might not see things the same way, but I believe we both want this to go well. Can we work from there?" This neutralizes resistance. True story. The prison interview. An officer had to interview a prisoner accused of a horrific crime. Everyone expected aggression. But the officer walked in and said, "I'm not here to judge. I just want to understand your side." For 45 minutes, the prisoner remained silent. Then, a whisper. "You are the first person who didn't treat me like I was less than human." That day, they got a confession no one thought possible. That's the power of rapport. It reaches even the unreachable. Becoming a rapport builder. We've come far. We've talked about emotional control, trust, deep listening, and real-life connections. Now let's put it all together. If you take only one lesson from this book, let it be this. People don't open up because you are smart. They open up because they feel safe. That's what rapport is all about, creating safety in conversation. Are you a rapport builder? Let's test yourself with this quick self-check. When you talk to others, do you judge or try to understand first? Interrupt or wait with patience? Demand answers or invite stories? Try to win or try to connect? If you lean toward the second option each time, congratulations. You are already on the path to becoming a powerful communicator. Rapport in tough situations. Sometimes the hardest time to build rapport is when someone has hurt you. What do you do when trust is already broken? Start small. Don't force deep talks. Begin with shared activities. Offer kindness without expectation. Ask open-ended questions like, "What's something you've been thinking about a lot lately?" Let silence breathe. Healing needs air. Emotional story: a dying father and his son. A young man hadn't spoken to his father in 10 years. Too much anger. Too many harsh words. Then came the call. Your dad's in the hospital. He doesn't have long. The son visits, sits by his bed, and says, I don't know what to say, but I want to try. His father looks at him and replies, just sit with me. That's all I ever needed. They don't resolve everything, but for once they sit together without judgment, without the past. That's rapport. It doesn't always need words. Sometimes just presence is enough. Final takeaways from Rapport. 1. Rapport is a skill, not a talent. You don't have to be charming or extroverted, just genuine. 2. Rapport starts with you. The calmer, kinder, and more curious you are, the more others open up. 3. Rapport can save lives and relationships. From war zones to marriages, from police work to parenting, the tools are the same. 4. Real connection is built through deep listening, emotional intelligence, and trust. And that is what transforms conversations into breakthroughs. At Book Wisdom Briefs, we don't just read, we reflect. If this summary touched you, if it reminded you of someone you've lost touch with, maybe this is your sign. Reach out. Ask how they're doing. Start small. Build rapport. One word. One gesture. That's all it takes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments which part of Rapport spoke to you the most. See you in the next video.